Do you feel like you're stuck or drifting? We learned it doesn't have to be that way. We learned we can all live a better story.
Working the night shift as a temp in a high-rise cubicle, I knew something had to change. I was providing for my wife and our 5 children, but wanted a life that was more than just surviving. Watching the sailboats on the Hudson River during my dinner breaks, I wondered what it would be like to leave the hustle of the city and spend a year on a sailboat somewhere beautiful as a family. I knew I wanted to sail for a year as a family. At this point, we had a couple of sailing classes under our belts. We knew we got seasick, we knew we had a lot to learn, and we joined a yacht club.
Wow, a yacht club. Please take whatever picture you have in your mind of what that means, a yacht club, and replace it with this small motorless vessel.
We hauled our whole family to the marina almost every week to spend a couple of hours tacking up and down the Long Island Sound. Everyone took a turn at the tiller, but the best part was that we had no cell service for the hours that we were on the water. We just talked, looked into each other's eyes, and sang songs with lots of stomping.
It was really fun, but we knew we couldn't just play around if we wanted to live aboard a sailboat for a year. So we got together the money and we bundled up on the next 2 sailing classes in one epic week in the Caribbean. And it turns out they will offer you some pretty hot deals if you are willing to go during hurricane season, which we were. So we both certified to sail boats, bigger boats up to 50 feet long.
All right, a few weeks later, we're back from our class in the Caribbean. We're sitting on the breakfast table, and our oldest daughter, Karina, who's 14 at this time,
14, yeah.
says to us, "You talk about living on a sailboat a lot, but do you really have the guts to do it?" And all of a sudden, 5 pairs of kid eyes are fixed on me. This one stung because we were making progress, but these kids were holding our feet to the coal. They were watching us. Did we have the guts to do it? Would I really quit my job? How could we afford it? What if we took this leap and fell on our faces in front of everybody? Those are the questions I was asking myself.
And on top of that, just because we chartered a boat for a few days didn't mean we knew what it took to live aboard. We aren't mechanics, we're not electricians, we're not doctors in the case of injury or illness at sea. And what about the community? Just everything we were leaving behind.
Look, we knew all the things that could go wrong. We had done our homework. There was plenty to worry about, and we did worry a lot until we came up with something better. We learned how to turn worry into wonder.
We all know that worry is when we use our imagination to consider everything that could possibly go wrong. I'm a champion worrier. If you are good at worry, you will be good at wonder, because wonder is when we take that exact same power and harness it to consider what could go right. What could go right? That became a powerful pivot question.
It is responsible to consider worst-case scenarios and account for the problems that can arise, what can go wrong. It's intellectually honest to also consider the other side of the equation, what could go right. And the more we asked what could go right and discovered the likely answers, we realized we did, in fact, have the guts to do this. We couldn't miss this opportunity. The opportunity cost was too high. So I did quit my job, we left our home behind, and we moved aboard a fixer-upper sailboat in St. Martin.
So imagine that, being on this sailboat, no job, 5 kids, you're in the Caribbean, and you realize, as we did, this is possibly the dumbest thing we've ever done. Guys, we were in way over our heads. I'd been scared of deep water for over 30 years, and I was already stretching every dollar to pay rent and buy groceries for 7. But we turned our excuses into reasons. As an English teacher, first in public school, and now homeschool,
And as an Emmy Award-winning writer,
we understand the power of story to shape our lives.
in our book 7 at Sea, people find the courage to live deliberately doing what matters most to them, regardless of their circumstances. That's what we talk about, and that's what we call living a better story. Hey, thanks for watching our demo. We love sharing our story with people, businesses, and organizations, and helping everybody live a better story.
We know you have a big job navigating this tricky territory right now, and we want to help make your job easy and fun. Let us know how we can make something awesome for you.
Give us a call, shoot us an email.
We look forward to hearing from you.
Thanks for being awesome.